Hi guys, so here is your lesson for Wednesday, April 29th. Okay, today we're going to continue talking about the costs to buying a house, and we're going to talk about how you can figure out what it's going to cost you per month to own a house based on the loan that you take out. Okay, so we're going to talk about three things today: determining the monthly payment, the total amount that you're going to pay over the years that you take out the loan for, and the total interest that you're going to pay over those years. So, monthly payment and total interest. Okay, lenders that make mortgage loans charge interest. So a lender is a bank. Okay, a lender is just like a bank where you're taking your loan from. Make mortgage loans, they charge interest. So this is how the banks make their money. So, in really easy terms, if you borrow $1 from the bank is going to say, sure, we'll loan you $1, but tomorrow you're going to have to pay it back, and you're going to have to pay back $1.50. That's how banks make money, okay? They take whatever loan you take, you're actually paying more than the value of your loan so that the bank can make its money. This is the amount of money paid for the use of the lender's money. The interest rate will vary from lender to lender, so it pays to shop around. So different banks charge different interest rates, is what it's saying. If you know the annual interest rate, the amount of the loan, and the length of the loan, you can use a table to find the monthly payment, the total amount paid, and the total interest charged. So here are those three terms that I was talking about before. Okay, the monthly payment, which equals the mortgage loan amount divided by 1,000 times the payment from a table, the table payment, which we're going to use numbers from here. When I say the table payment, I mean numbers taken from this table specifically. The amount paid is 12 times the number of years. Okay, that's going to, because there's 12 months in a year, times your monthly payment. Your total interest charged is the amount paid minus your mortgage loan amount. Alright, and this is going to make more sense when we actually look at it in a problem in a second. So here's the table we're going to use for the next two problems. Okay, it's the interest rate per every $1,000 that you borrow. So on the left-hand side here, we have the interest rate, and on the top, the horizontal, okay, we have the number of years of the loan. So say I was taking out a loan for 20 years at 6%, I'd go 6%, 20 years. I would have 7.16. Okay, that's how we're going to use this table. Alright, so let's go back. Let's take a look at a problem. Come on. Number 1. Carol and Adam have applied for $80,000 mortgage loan at an annual interest rate of 8%. The loan is for a period of 30 years and will be paid in equal monthly payments that include the interest. Okay, so A, it says find the monthly payment. Okay, how much, if I'm going to take a loan out for $80,000, how much am I going to pay per month with interest? So I know I have 30 years at 8%, so I go back to my table, and I have 30 years, so I'm looking at this column here, at 8%. So here's my 8%. So here's my table number, 7.34. Okay, so Part A, my mortgage loan amount is $80,000. Again, I'm not going to use commas because the calculator does not like commas, only decimal points. And the table payment is the number we just highlighted here, 7.34. So, what that looks like is we have 80,000 divided by 1,000 times 7.34. Okay, 80,000 divided by 1,000 gives us 80. We still have to multiply by 7.34. Remember, this means multiply. Multiply. 80 times 7.34 is going to give us $587.20. Okay, so the way I'd like you to write it is the mortgage payment, for short, MP, equals $587.20. What does this mean? You're paying $587.20 per month. Okay, for the next 30 years, you're going to be paying this amount per month to pay off your loan. Now, this is with interest. Okay, so find the total the amount paid. Okay, this is going to be the total amount that you pay over a 30-year period here. You're not paying a total of $80,000. You're going to pay more than $80,000 because you have to add on the interest. So in order to find the amount paid, or the AP, we are going to do 12 times the number of years. We have 30. Actually, I'll do this one in a different color. So we have 12 times the number of years is 30 times the monthly payment. Monthly payment was $587.20. If you want to type that all into your calculator, you can. And you get $211,392. So the AP, actually I'll write it like this so it's clear. In your calculator you'll see 211,392. So what this means is that the amount paid is $211 and sorry, I'm messing up. $211,392 over 30 years. So when you finish paying your mortgage off in 30 years, you will have actually paid this amount, $211,392. Okay, even though you're only taking a mortgage out for $80,000, that's all you need, over 30-year time, you're going to actually pay way more than that. Because that's how the bank makes their money. The difference of those two numbers is how the bank makes their money, at what we call the total interest. So the total interest here, part C, TI, equals the amount paid. So the AP, which is $211,392 minus the mortgage loan amount, which was $80,000. Okay, equals 131,392 when you subtract them. So that means the total interest equals $131,392. Okay, this is what the bank is earning. Okay, so you only needed $80,000, but you're paying an additional $131,392 because that's what happens. That's the interest. That's what you need. That's what the bank charges in order to get that loan amount. I know it kind of sucks, but that's the way it works. One more problem. Julie buys a house for a selling price of $150,000. She puts a 10% down payment. Her mortgage rate is 5.5% and needs to be paid off in 20 years. What is the total interest she is charged? So we're going to get to that at the bottom, the total interest. But first we need to find A, B, and C before we can even find D. Okay? Now the down payment, we did this in the last class. Okay? Remember, if the house is worth $150,000 and they want to make a 10% down payment. Remember, the down payment is what the money you actually have in your hands to put towards the total cost of the house, which here is $150,000. So it's the selling price, which is $150,000, times the percentage of your down payment, which 10% as a decimal is 0.10. So we have 0.10 equals. Okay, when you multiply those two things, you get $15,000. So you have $15,000 in your hand, okay, as the down payment. You're going to put it towards the total price. So in order to figure out how much you need to borrow from the bank, we take the selling price, $150,000, minus the down payment, $15,000. And that's going to give us $135,000. So this is the mortgage. This is the amount you're borrowing from the bank. Okay? This was the down payment. So now we know our mortgage. That's how much we need to borrow from the bank. Okay? Now I want to know, based on my mortgage, how much am I going to pay every month with the interest? So that's part B. That's what we just did in the last problem. Okay? So, the monthly payment, I'm going to take my mortgage loan amount, which my mortgage is $135,000. It's the amount I need to borrow. Divide it by 1,000, and we're going to multiply it by the table payment. Okay? In order to know the table payment, we need to know how many years and at what interest rate. So let's go back to the problem and take a look. So we're taking a 5.5% in 20 years. So back to the table. We have 5.5%. So 5.5 in 20 years. So here's my number. 6.88. So I'm using that number in my problem. So 6.88. So now I have, let's figure it out, 135,000 divided by 1,000 times 6.88. 135,000 divided by 1,000 is 135 times 6.88 is going to give me 918. So what this means is the monthly payment equals $918 per month. Okay, so for the next 20 years, you have to pay $918 in order to pay off your loan. Okay, that includes interest. So now let's find the total amount that you're actually going to be paying over that 20 years. Okay, this is just per month. We went for a whole 20 years. So we have 12 times the number of years, which is 20 here, 20 years, times the mortgage payment, or the monthly payment. The monthly payment is $918. So when you multiply those three things, you're getting 220,320. So what that means is the total amount that you're going to pay is $220,320 over 20 years. So just to recap, even though you only need $135,000 to borrow from the bank, you're actually paying the bank this much. Okay, that's how the bank makes their money. So to find out the total interest then, okay, we're taking the amount paid, which was $220,320, minus the amount that you're taking the mortgage for. Okay, $135,000. If you subtract those two things, you get 85320, which means the total interest, the money that the bank makes, is going to be $85,320. That's the amount of money the bank is making because you borrowed money from them. Alright guys, that's your lesson for today. Please take a look at the assignment and try your best. Remember, please don't get behind. Just just give the assignment your best shot, and don't worry if you have some mistakes. Just try. Alright, guys, have a great day.